wait, Net. First of all, Net, this story, I swear, I can explain. I can explain. Please let me explain. It's not as bad as it sounds. Okay, fine, it's worse, but let me explain. What's up, boss? We're back. You're back. The lights are on. Well, technically, they're off because I kind of have no shading. Welcome to my Wednesday wine sessions. So basically, my Wednesday wine sessions are honestly just going to be me plugging you guys with some really good wines that are all under 100 Rand because we're in a budget era. This economy is trash. So basically, my Wednesday wine sessions are just going to be me chilling with you guys, having little fun content videos while sipping on some wine, but also putting you guys onto wines that are all less than 100 Rand, and also wines that I think are really good and wines that I think you guys should try out. So the wine that I am sipping on today, we're sipping on some Moscato. Let me tell you something. Woolworths wine, the plug. This Moscato was 59 Rand. Yeah, it was 59 Rand. I feel like if you want to get into wine, I feel like Woolworths wines are the easiest wines to start with because number one, extremely affordable. So this one is for my girls who are not used to wine and would like to get into wine. This Moscato, I think Moscato is a nice wine to start with, especially for girlies who don't like the better taste of wine. All Moscatos are on the sweeter side. And what I like about the Woolworths Moscato is that it actually has percentage. Because most Moscatos, they tend to be selfish with the percentage. Hey, bad Nishana. They are stingy. You're giving me 8 to 10%? No. Giving me 8%? Fuck no. I feel like no wine should be 8%. Like, makes no sense. But the Woolworths wine is 10. No. The Woolworths wine is 11.5%. So she packs a punch. Yeah, the Woolworths Moscato is very sweet. It's fresh. It's fruity. It's a really good wine. I do recommend this. And let's get on to the story of how I hooked up with my stalker. Now the question was, did you know he was a stalker? Yo, Sana, before we start the story, I feel like I need a refill because Goopy. Too good. Woo! Where do we start? Where do we start? Okay, this story technically has two parts, okay? It has the part that's very necessary for context's sake, and then it has the part that is the natural progression of the timeline. So I'm gonna just start with the story, and then I'm gonna break to give you some extra context. So basically, this story came up about because of Grindr. I freaking hate Grindr. What a terrible app. But at the same time, the most entertaining things have happened on that app. And also, one thing about Grindr, guys, I'm surprised that I'm still alive. On real talk, you just hook up with people without even knowing their name, their last name, their ID number. Like, we just be hooking up with anybody, anywhere, anytime. If I just want to get these cheeks clapped, you know, I can just hit someone up and call it a day. I think I like the convenience of Grindr, but very dangerous app. Okay, so this was I was still in varsity. I think this happened in 2021. Yeah, so this story took place in late 2020. Or was it? No, early 20. When was it? Nope, it was late 2021. I remember. So this happened late 2021. I was still in varsity, and then obviously I was on Grindr doing what I do. And you know, Grindr time, it's a vibe, doing what we do. You know, I was on the orange app, Grindr. So now I'm on Grindr, I'm talking to boys, as one usually does. On Grindr, usually I don't entertain like faceless profiles. Faceless profiles, man, can go one or two ways. They're very 50-50. You can either meet the hottest man you've ever met, or you can meet the scariest man you've ever met. So I prefer profiles that have a face, but this day, right, a profile that didn't have a face texted me, right? And I wasn't going to entertain it or anything, right? But this faceless profile texted me, they say, hey, hello. And also that day, I think I was bored, and I won't lie, most of the guys that I was talking to that day, I was flirting with them because I was bored. I won't lie, I was very much bored, and I was just flirting with them. I hate to say it, we all do it, I'm not judged. Me and him are kicking it off, right? We're talking, chat. But I just hate the fact that I don't know what his face looks like, right? Sure. And then he tells me where he lives. And then I'm like, oh, you're not far from me. And then I tell him where I live, right? And then he's like, oh, you're also not far from me. And then he sends me 3 pictures. He sends me his face picture, his body picture, and obviously a picture of his dick. It's Grindr. Why else are we here? So he sends me those 3 things. And when I say, that was a fine man. That was a fine man. He was cute. No, he was a cute man. He was a cute man. But like, there was something familiar though about him that I couldn't put my finger on. But I was like, he's a cute man. He had like a sleeve, he had a good body, and that zig looked big. It looked big on the picture. I was getting turned on. And I remember this day, I think I was sipping on some wine. As I was. Yeah, this day I was sipping on some wine, so obviously I was a bit horny. But I didn't hook up, I didn't meet with him on the day. Because I didn't feel like it that day also, so like, yeah. But we carried on talking, and we exchanged pictures, obviously. We saw each other's pictures, we're basically flirting with each other, you know. We're spicing each other up, next to spice us, to marinate. And yo, I won't lie, man, the face was cute, the body was tight, but the D, ooh, that thing looked good, that thing looked juicy. That thing looked good. Around that time, right, it had been a while since I last hooked up with someone. So it had been long, like months. And the next day, he was like, hey, do you want to come over to my house? I'm alone. Do you want to come over to my house? And I'm like, sure. But I didn't feel like driving, and then I made up some excuse like, nah, I don't think I feel like driving because I also had some wine in my system. But then he was like, no, don't worry, I'll Uber you. I'll Uber you here and I'll Uber you back. And I was like, my language. My language. You're talking my language. Gave him my address so that he can pick, so the Uber can pick me up. And obviously the Uber knows his address, right? I do all my maintenance work. You know, you gotta make sure the pipes are clean. You gotta drain the pipes. You gotta make sure that they're clean. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Now I'm in the Uber. The Uber driver asked, hey guys, so the Uber driver asked me, so do you want to play music? I'm like, yes, sure. I connect, and the songs that I'm playing, hey, I'm playing very pussy moistening music, hey. I'm driving around up the partition, please, and then take off of me. I just wanna be, because I'm hot and bothered. Meanwhile, the Uber driver's there, hey. I'm busy playing very sexual songs. I'm going off. The Uber driver's looking at me like, okay, girl. I'm just like, pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. I'm in the mood. Sana, I was in the mood. Only to find out. So I get there, right? I get there, and obviously still in person, I was so glad that it wasn't a catfish. He was still cute. Cute as his pictures. A very cute man. Like, cute. So I'm in person, well built. Cute man. Nah, but there was still an unshakable familiarity about him that I wasn't sure. Okay, get out the car, we greet each other. Like, hey, how are you? I'm good. Right? And then he was like, I'm so glad that you came. Welcome to my house, come in. And his house was cute, Jim. His house was very cute. He's like, welcome to my house. Would you like anything? Would you like some wine? Offer me some wine because another language of mine. Another language. Because hello, Pegani, hello. My language, he just keeps on speaking my language. And then he's like, I'm actually surprised. And then he said these words to me. He's like, I'm actually surprised that you came. And then here I am. I'm like, why? Auntie, no, because we've spoken before. I'm like, excuse me, what? I'm like, I think I would remember if I've spoken to you before. Cause I don't forget fine men. One thing about me, when it comes to men, I don't forget men. Most of the time. No, that's a lie, actually I do. And the story will prove that I do. Okay, so in my head I'm like, what? No, I wouldn't forget you. You're so cute. I'm not gonna forget a cute boy like you. I was like, no, we've talked before. I've actually tried to speak to you before, but like, you didn't answer, or like, you stopped speaking to me for some reason, but I'm glad that you came and spoke to me now. And then I'm like, wait, what? And then I look, I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, we've spoken before, but like, you didn't answer my text or something before. And then I take a step back. And then I look at him properly. And I'm like, fuck my life. I figured out who this man is. I figured out who this man is. I have never blocked this man so many times on Grindr. This is the man that I used to block so many. On my Grindr experience, I have never blocked someone so much. Okay, now we're just gonna like side rail the story just anglingly, just a bit. So to give you some context and to explain who this guy was, right? Oh, in 2020, there was a guy that texted me, right? Sent me his picture, sent me everything, right? It was him, the guy whose house I'm at right now. In the story whose house I am right now, it was him. I remember he was cute, and I did think he was cute. He was fine, whatever now. But like I was texting this guy during the pandemic, and during the pandemic I had zero interest in like meeting up with anyone that I was texting because hello, we were in a pandorama. This guy something about him got like really weird. He wanted to start calling me. He asked for my number, and like when I said, hey, no, I don't think I'm comfortable with coming to your house, right? Sure, we left it at that. He would carry on texting me, like texting me. He would try to call me on Grindr, and then I felt like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore him because his energy started to become weird. Like his energy was generally becoming weird, and I'm just like, dog, I only know you for today. He started saying weird stuff like, I actually think me and you will really work in the future. I feel like I haven't met someone like you. You're so beautiful. Please let me carry on talking to you. Please, I really want to come see you. The energy started getting weird. You see, when the energy starts getting weird, I start running. Like, I like being marinated with like some barbecue sauce, nyana, but deep fryer, hi bo. I was like, okay, this is scary. And then it didn't stop. He would carry on texting me and like I wouldn't respond. Then I decided to block his account now. Literally days later, a different account texts me, right? And then I talk to this account, right? And then this account sends me the picture and it's him. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Did you text me with a different account? And he's like, yes, because I realized that you blocked me on the other one. I'm like, okay, blocked same time, did not respond. Nah, this was 2020. Now we're fast forwarding to 2021, a whole year later. You. When they click that this is the man that I've been blocking because we are saying Ubuntu. Huh? Guys. My life, I was afraid for my life. I was afraid for my life. Clearly, I didn't value my life that day because I figured out who he was. I figured out who he was. Here, I'm gonna break the story to give you context who this man is before we carry on with what happened when I got to his house. So like, a little context about me, right? I forget faces very easily. Like, I forget faces very easily. Like, if I've met you only once in my life, best believe I'm not gonna remember your face because like I need to see you on a constant like, I don't know, I really forget faces, guys. I know it's a terrible thing of mine because most of the time whenever I meet people, I'm most likely drunk or I'm actually most likely drunk or like it's such a crazy moment. So like I genuinely forget faces and like I genuinely forgot this man's face. So when I realized who he was, I'm at his house, I'm like, what the fuck we gonna do now? Guys, I'm already drinking his wine. I'm there. All the memories are now rushing back that this was the weirdo that I blocked 3 times and they're texting me on different accounts 3 times. Hi, yeah. But you know what? I was like, okay, it's been a year. Maybe he stopped being weird and maybe he's not really that weird of a guy. And I was also like, you know what? I'm just here to smash and leave, so it's fine. You know what? It's fine. Oh, best believe the story gets worse. So irresponsible me figures out that this is the guy that's low-key been stalking me. And what do I decide? I'm like, you know what? I'm already here. Let's have some fun, guys. Now. Anyway, I'm like, you know what? Let's have some fun. I'm already here. He's cute. And like after this, I probably wouldn't have to see him again or whatever, right? And then sure, we go to his bedroom and obviously we start doing some of the things, right? Right, sure. Obviously it's just like light kissing and everything. That's where we're starting, right? And then he takes off his pants, right? And when I looked at it, I would just like to say, sometimes things look cute in theory, but in reality, it's a no, man. It's a no, man. It's a no, man. I looked at that thing, right? I looked at it, I'm like, who is that going inside of? Not me. Clearly not me. I'm telling you right now, that is not meant for me. Maybe that's for someone else because I was like, 1 plus 1 is not my whole. I don't believe people who say that they really like big dicks because I'm like, that is a lie. That is a farce. You guys are lying. That is like spreading misinformation. The bigger it is, it really doesn't necessarily mean the better it is because that was not going inside me. So me thinking that I'm super stubborn, I was like, okay, I think I can do this. Literally, it went whoop, and I was like, nope, nope, not today. Say nope, 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 nope. And then he was like, okay, I think I have something that will help you relax. Then he takes out this weird random bottle. A weird random bottle. He takes out a weird random bottle there. And then he starts sniffing this bottle. And I look at him, I'm like, oh. And he's like, here, sniff this, it'll help you relax. I was like, now wait a minute, ma'am. You are not gonna get me to smoke some stuff. You are not gonna get me to inhale some weird chemicals and then I'm gonna pass out and then I'm gonna end up in another country. We're not gonna do that. And you see, when he started doing that, I was like, you know what? We're not gonna do this. There, I was like, listen, what we're not gonna do is that. I was so like turned off by the entire situation. I was just like, I didn't feel like it. And then like mid doing it, I was just like, you know what? I think I want to go home. I'm just weirded out by this entire situation. Like, you just offered me weird chemicals to inhale. And I don't feel good about this. I was like, you know what? I think I want to leave. And then he's like, no, wait, why? Why do you want to leave? I was like, honestly, I don't think that this is what I want to do. So I think I want to go. And then he got upset. And then I was confused. You're not going to get upset at me because I didn't want to do drugs with you. Obviously, I start getting upset. I'm like, please request my Uber. I think I want to go. And then he requests the Uber. I leave, get back home, right? I remember I did a mini WhatsApp story time. Hey, on my WhatsApp statuses. So my friends know about the story, but like, they don't know the full story. Hi, I get home. I block him, delete him. So I forgot that I gave him my number, right? He tries to call me on my WhatsApp, I don't answer. He tries to call me with the phone, I don't answer. And then he sends me a message on WhatsApp, like, please answer the phone. I'm really just trying to talk to you. I just want to figure things out. Blocked, because I'm just like, I told you nothing was wrong. And I told you, let's just leave it. There, I was like, I'm blocking you. Sure, man. I go on Grindr, text me on Grindr, block him before even reading Grindr. A couple days passed, man. And a whole different account texts me. It's like, hey, how? And a whole different account texts me. It's just like, hey. And then I was just like, oh, how are you? After how are you, it's like, hey, actually, we know each other. He sends me his picture. It's me again. I just wanted to know, why did you block me? It's getting crazy now, and now I'm getting scared because I'm like, I don't know, because on the day I told you like, hey, I actually just want to go home because I'm actually genuinely not comfortable with any of this. No means no. I was like, no, I'm not comfortable with any of this, so I just want to go home. And also, when I got home, when he texted me again, I was like, dog, you did nothing wrong. I just wanted to go home and it's just on me. I tried to tell him that, but like, you're gonna carry on texting me and calling me, and now you're texting me on different numbers, you're texting me on different Grindr profiles. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. And now you're showing me the stalker that you were last year. He was doing the same stalkering tendencies that he did last year, and I got so scared. Blocked, deleted Grindr, I'm like, And after that, I was off Grindr for a couple of months before my next Grindr experience, which is another story time. But anyway, ciao. You know, I'm sitting here just thinking about the nonsense that I just spewed out. If I were to tell you guys my Grindr story times, hey! Grindr! What a scary app. Anyway, that's the end of the video. That is my story time of how I hooked up with my stalker that I genuinely forgot was my stalker. If you enjoyed this story time, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like more story times from me, please also let me know, because I have a couple more Grindr horror story times. Also, do you try out my girl Moscato from Woolworths? She's good. She's good. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Enjoy your day, enjoy your Wednesday, and enjoy your week. Peace, love, and goodbye, boss sweet. And cheers.